Hey y'all.
Hey,
So the question is, what's the question?
are we ready for winter? And the answer is,
We think so.
we hope so. Maybe we are. And I think we just kind of wanted to chit chat a little bit about what we've done this summer and fall, what we've accomplished, what all we've gotten put away and put up, and the animals and just all of the things and what our plans are going into winter. Not that we
Do we have plans?
Not really, but I don't know.
I was like,
just
you have plans? I didn't know.
plans. I plan to survive.
To survive.
So yeah, we have our large garden and we grew a lot of food until the cows ate the garden. Thankfully it was near the end of the season, so we didn't lose out on a whole lot of harvest, but we did lose out on some. You've seen a lot of canning videos we've done, so we've canned pork and we've canned beef and we've canned carrots and potatoes and apples and applesauce,
beans,
lots of pickles.
Yes.
Broth. We have a lot more beef and broth to can. That's all in the freezer. The bones are in the freezer to make broth, and then the beef's
we'll
in
get
the
ready
freezer.
to feed. We're gonna be harvesting deer. We'll be canning probably some deer.
Yeah.
Still got to harvest 2 more pigs.
Yeah, we haven't harvested our pigs yet. We're gonna do those.
How much did we end up putting up? Like, just probably canned food.
Roughly 500 or more jars of
Yeah.
canned food so far. We technically still have sweet potatoes we could put up if we want to. We still have our pears. The kids have been eating the pears. We do have a few left. We need to can because they're starting to get spots.
But they're eating them.
They're eating
so
them
they're
up.
not
So
going
I've been
to waste.
happy to let.
It's
it's kind of like if I let them eat them fresh, they're much more nutrient dense than once they're cooked and canned. So
yes.
I'm like, if they're gonna eat fresh fruit, by all means, I'm gonna let them eat the fresh fruit. So we still have, what else do we have in there? I have all my pumpkins I haven't processed yet. I need to get doing that. I want to roast the pumpkin seeds because we like roasted pumpkin seeds.
Still milking the cows.
Yes.
Yes. We did go to once a day milking, partly because their production has gone down. What?
A good bit.
Yeah.
Like it dropped a lot, and I think it had multiple factors. We changed feeds on them.
Yes.
Which will do that. And then we also went into fall, so the change of weather, going into having hay instead of grass as their main source of food and all of that. And then also they're all bred and they've all settled and should be pregnant, and that will also drop their production a little. And so they got to the point where they were producing at a place where we feel comfortable going to once a day milking. They won't get mastitis or anything.
It's easier for us, easier for them.
Yeah, and we have Zara, who is Cookie's calf, and she has been, Sadie, one of our cows that we bought, will apparently take calves. She will just take any calf. And so Zara will nurse on her any chance she gets, and we tried to keep them separated. And then we also have Levi, the bull calf that we bought, the A2 Jersey bull calf that is going to breed our girls next year. And he really still needs milk, and we put him at the Tarentaise, and we think he was nursing some, but we're not convinced that he was really fully getting enough. So we decided to put him with the dairy cows and let Sadie nurse him. And then we switched to once a day, because we were only milking her once a day anyways and leaving her with him part of the time. And so we decided what we're going to do is separate her in the evenings or at night, and then milk her in the morning, and then put her back out with calves during the day. So she's nursing 2 calves.
Yep.
And she is very happy to be a mama.
Yeah,
She loves
it's hilarious. They lay down together.
Yeah.
It's like she has a purpose for life now.
She's so happy.
Yep.
She came from a dairy, so presumably she would not have ever actually been able to mother her own calf at a dairy. They pull the calves day one, and they bottle feed calves, and they milk cows. So
very strong maternal instinct, though.
Yeah, she's very, very happy to be nursing those calves. So
a mommy.
So we kind of have tried to pare things down. We have sold or butchered all of our younger pigs, and then we have a few bigger pigs, and they go to the butcher on November 11th for customers who are buying them. And then we have a couple that we're going to butcher for ourselves to get us through the winter. This will
be the first winter in years we haven't had to overwinter pigs.
Yeah. So now we will need to get breeder pigs in the spring, because we don't have any breeders. We always keep breeders. We're really hoping to get old spots. We'd really like to do old spots next year.
Yeah.
That's potentially what we're gonna do. If we can't get old spots, we will just buy the same
more
kind of
mixed
things,
cross,
mixed
whatever
cross
we can get.
breeds that we can get. But we're really hoping for old spots. So hopefully in the spring we can find pigs for breeding, because I know that us going ahead and eating and offloading all of our pigs is a risk for not having pork next year, but we just, it's way
Yeah.
more economical for us to offload pigs in the winter.
I think
just
so.
not take it through winter. So
We have this new calf that number 30 had
still haven't seen
that
it.
I still haven't seen. 30 is down here.
She was coming to get water.
Yeah, she came and got water a minute ago. She was down behind us. We do have Mirabelle that I'm pretty sure is going to calve, and number 3 should be calving this year. I don't know. Not sure if she's bred or not. She's not showing any signs that she's bred. She should have been bred, so we'll see. But we have the potential of 2 more calves coming this winter, fall, winter, you know, some time during that time, and then everybody else will be calving again in late spring, early summer.
Hopefully most of them are covered by Rusty, the Tarentaise bull. We do have Captain here still, the Jersey bull, that he's I guess that you call it a cleanup bull. So he is, anybody that didn't get bred by Rusty, he's covering, and we'll have Jersey crosses then, and it'll be what it is. So we prefer a beef breed for beef because you get more yield, but it's better than no calves at all. So so that's where we're at with the cows right now.
Yeah. So that covers cows, that covers pigs.
Garden, I still haven't planted my garlic. We are going to clean up the beds, all of the beds.
Tomorrow morning.
Hopefully tomorrow, that'll be our project. Our strawberries that we pulled are still in, I mean, we planted a lot, like 1,500 probably up there, but we still have a couple of trash bags full, and they still appear to be viable. The roots are still moist, so we are going to actually go ahead and try to put them in the beds that we had built for peas. And just, I'm going to say, I can plant peas somewhere else if I decide to plant peas next year. I think that strawberries are much
more tasty.
Much tastier. Everybody likes strawberries, not everybody likes peas.
Right.
And you have to grow a lot of peas to make it, you know, any reasonable amount for your family. So I was like, well, strawberries are something that we'll all eat. So we're gonna do the pea beds and the old strawberries. Bless you. Bless you. There's gonna be a third.
Sorry.
Oh, you usually sneeze in threes.
I know.
So we are going to do that in the old strawberry bed that we didn't put anything in. We're going to put strawberries in again. And then the 4 raised beds at the end of garden that we did garlic in. And then we had dill one. We had one garlic bed and dill. We're going to do all 4 of those, hopefully.
We have a basket full of garlic.
Yeah. So we're going to do all of those in garlic for next year. So that's going to be the extent of our gardening for fall and winter. Obviously we don't have any brassicas. We don't have anything else going on in the garden because of the cows. So
we've got chickens to talk about.
Yes.
We have kicked all the chickens out of the barn.
Yes.
There's still maybe 4 or 5 that sneak their way through the doors when the doors open, but we keep putting them out. So we've got most of the chickens now are roosting in the chick wagon right up here.
Yeah, the guineas have been going
The guineas have been going in there. Yes, it is. So we're starting to get more eggs again finally, because our chickens aren't everywhere laying eggs wherever they can hide them. We have our little bitty layer chicks that we got. Did we tell them about those? We did.
I think we did. So we were in Royal King and they had, I think we told you guys, about 47, a mix of ISA Browns and Rhode Island Reds. And they sold us like 47 for $20.
Yeah.
We have, I think we're down to 44. We lost a couple, and
they're doing really good.
They're doing really well.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna brood them over the winter, and then hopefully by spring they'll be ready to lay, and we'll have very productive chickens laying lots of eggs. So we have plenty for us and for customers.
We have a lot of people who are wanting eggs right now, but it's.
I had intended on water glassing eggs this year. I did some last year, and I wanted to water glass some eggs, which, if you don't know what that is, it's a way of preserving eggs in lime water, and they stay fresh. But we ended up not having enough to do that, because you have to have very clean eggs, and since they were just laying wherever they wanted to, our eggs were not clean. And there wasn't enough. And then customers, so we're gonna hopefully get it. And then we're trying to figure out about what we want to do for meat birds next year. We have had terrible luck the last couple of years with Cornish crosses. We've raised them for years and we did fine for years, and then the last 2 years have just been complete failures.
Yeah.
I don't know what the deal is. We're not doing anything different than we normally do with them. So we were really interested in the American breast chicken, but they're very expensive. They sound great, And if you can get breeding stock, they would be a sustainable source. We could raise our own meat birds, which would be perfect. But I just don't know.
At $6 a bird for chicks.
Well, minimum $6 a bird for day-old chicks.
Yeah.
That's minimum. I've seen $10 a chick. They're very expensive. And for a meat chick, I mean, part of this is when you raise your own food, especially when you're trying to do super clean food, it's saving money. That's not saving any money.
No.
Not that we save money on our meat birds this year, because by the time we put the few in the freezer, we had a lot of money in the freezer.
Yeah, exactly.
If you split up the cost of all the chicks and all the feed we fed. But there's also, I was looking on some websites, there's also some that are called the slow grow whites, and they're, I wonder if they're similar. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some research. If you guys know of any, any other great breeds, because we've tried some of more of the dual purpose or layer breeds, and we're just not impressed with the meat yield on them. I don't feel like it's worth it in the slow growth. I know the American breast grows slower, but they do still get fairly large, and they are fertile. They lay eggs, so you can
hatch your own out of them.
Hatch your own. Yeah.
So
that's our plan going into next year, but that will be next spring.
Anything else?
Just hunkering down. We're getting obviously firewood set up.
Probably can see the firewood behind us.
Derek hauled more hay yesterday. We got to get all our hay hauled here for the cows for the winter. And we have food put up. Besides we were gonna do the pork, and we have beef, then whatever deer he gets, we should be set for the winter.
Whatever deer we get.
Yeah,
me, all the kids, they all love to hunt. So.
Yeah, everybody's hunting, so we'll see.
Yeah.
So far, nobody's gotten anything, and it was bow season, youth day, and I think muzzleloaders now is coming in, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
We'll see what they get. You never know. I mean, some years you get a bunch, and some years you just don't get any. So hopefully we get some.
There should be plenty.
There should be plenty.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. We just.
I think that's a wrap.
If you if you believe in persimmon seed forecasts, every persimmon seed forecast I've seen, including the one we looked at, shows that it's going to be a heavy snow winter. So.
Yes.
And I think we're due for a pretty heavy winter.
We had a freezing cold winter last year and
really
some
cold.
snow, but when it snowed, it was miserable, like blizzard-like conditions out, like 20
not
degrees
deep snow,
and
but the
25,
wet winds,
30-mile-an-hour winds.
The wind was whipping.
You couldn't even enjoy sleigh riding. It was just so cold.
Yeah, it was really cold. It was very
a strange
weird.
winter, yeah.
So, I mean, I don't mind snow if it's not,
I like the snow.
if it's
It's
not
pretty.
super windy like it was last year. And we have our wood stove, the bigger wood stove in the camper, which is definitely going to do a whole lot better.
Oh, yes.
It'll hold a fire all night rather than we were having to get up every 2 to 3 hours just to put wood in the fire last year, which was miserable.
Yeah, it was rough.
So this year will be a lot better with that. We got the wood stove in the barn, and it holds the fire really well for the barn, so we shouldn't have to worry about our water freezing or our canned goods freezing. So I think that we're pretty well set.
I think we're better set for this winter than last winter.
Yeah, definitely. And since we experienced last winter, we know what to expect too. And so I think that we knew what to expect and we knew what to improve upon. And we've made improvements.
Right.
So I think that we'll do well. We'll do all right.
I think so.
I think that's it. We've talked your ear off. This video wasn't exciting as far as going around and showing you things and doing all of that, but at least you have the background view to look at while we're chatting away at you. But we appreciate y'all. Thanks for hanging out with us and sharing our life with us. We really appreciate you all. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a video. Give us a thumbs up so YouTube will know you're enjoying us. Please comment below. Let us know if you have any thoughts or what you're doing to prepare for winter. And we'll catch you guys on the next one.
See y'all later.